This time management stuff, I don't understand some people's mentality, but I would like to try to. So, this is part two of two comments, but she was saying how this float nurse kind of handles the time a little weird. If you get an admission around shift change, day or night shift, your job is not to get them perfectly have everything done for the next shift. That's nursing is a continual process. And to expect the off-going nurse who's getting a patient at, let's say the shift ends at 7 and they get it at 6:50. No, we're not doing everything for that patient. And actually, I want check the policy, because honestly, if you're working on a med-surg unit, you probably have 2 to 4 hours before you need to have a full assessment in the chart. Now, you could have a focused abbreviated one, which I'm guessing would probably be in your policy. It's reasonable for a new admission onto a medical surgical floor to get a focused assessment by the receiving nurse with it charted. But to have the full admission navigator, the full head to toe and all meds passed, if a patient gets here within 30 minutes of shift change, that's not reasonable. And the reason is like, okay, you're pushing people into overtime if you're doing that. That's not cost effective at all. And then it makes people not have a predictable time of getting off of work. So I think that we should expect that if we're coming in and a patient got here 30 minutes ago and you're the receiving, like the next nurse, you're going to do a lot of the admission stuff. That's just how it works. And then there's going to be times where you get a patient and you're about to get off and you're just going to get them settled. You're going to get them tucked, fluffed, settled in like anything that's urgent, like making sure they get their oxygen appropriate and like they have their needs addressed. But you're not going to get every little thing done. And I know you're going to have nurses that are going to push back and expect you to get everything done. And that's okay. Those expectations are realistic, and we don't need to internalize or like think that and give that the weight that they want it to have. It's like, okay, I got X, like the way that I recommend this is if you're that patient or that nurse, it's 6, you got the patient 15 minutes ago. When I'm giving a report, I'm like, all right, patient Mr. Smith, he got here 15 minutes ago. Here's what I got taken care of. He has, I resumed his fluids. His bag was almost out. I put a new bag on there. I did a quick assessment. These are the quick abnormals. He's hooked back up to his oxygen. Here's a set of vitals. He still needs the admission navigator done. He still needs this and this and this. So you're talking about a kind of like a team, and you're taking the ownership to frame it like that. Like, hey, here's what all needs to be done for the guy. And you're not like from this mousy perspective of, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't get this done and I should have done this and blah, blah. I feel so bad. I'm leaving. No, don't do that. Don't have that framing. Have the framing of, hey, new admissions have quite a bit that they need to get done. Here's what I got done in a realistic time frame. All right, I've got to go. I've got to go give a report of my other patients. And that's just how it works, because nursing is a continual process. And I think being kind of unapologetic, assertive, but kind, like this is just how it is about it. And know that you're going to have some people who push back. But then the other side of it is when you are coming on and you're getting a patient who recently arrived, that you're not expecting that other nurse to stay late and finish all this stuff that you wouldn't do.